It's Wednesday, August 7th, 2024. Thanks for joining me today. As always, please remember to like, share, subscribe. Markets today puked yet again. Dow Jones earlier this morning was up 480 points. It closed down 235 points. That is a 700-point swing. So the volatility has not left. Something is definitely going on behind the scenes. There is big trouble on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. The volatility, that's a 700-point swing. NASDAQ was up today too, closed down 171. Markets across the board down. 10-year bond yields creeped up 6.5 basis points today. We're sitting at 3.95%. So something is definitely going on. I don't think we're out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. These markets still hoping for the Fed to come in, the cavalry to ride in and save the day. And at some point, they're going to do that, and they are going to break things apart when they begin to do that. So we'll continue to follow that. Keep the comments coming. I had to stop at a Jiffy Lube today. I took the little Lexus over to Jiffy Lube this morning. There's one like a mile from my house. So I went over there. I just wanted to top off the oil, top off the coolant, and just have it all checked out. So I drove in there really quick, and I asked the gentleman working there, how's business? He says it is extremely slow. They're trying to get business. He said everybody here is going to have to get another job because they're not going to be able to survive just working at Jiffy Lube. So they're going to be needing multiple jobs. So he said everybody working here is looking for an additional job. An additional job. That's how slow it is. So that is a sign of the times. That's coming right from the working man's mouth today, that things are very, very slow. I was reading this article. Roughly 300 Big Lot stores set to close in 34 states. So times are getting much worse. The economy is going to continue to break apart. Remember, that number back in July was 150 stores. Now they're saying it's going to be 315 stores. A lot more people are going to lose their jobs. A lot more vacant real estate out there, more pressure on these regional banks sitting on this vacant real estate. The tax base for these cities definitely going to take a hit. More bad news. And here's another one. More layoffs ahead for freight-related companies across the U.S. This is from FreightWaves. I think the company is pronounced Geodis. They're laying off 384 workers. Bimbo Bakeries, many of you know that. Bimbo breads, Bimbo cakes and donuts. Bimbo Bakeries closing down a production distribution facility in San Antonio. 138 workers will be laid off. They're also laying off another 131 employees at the Auburn facility. So that is not looking too good. Daily Mail. Iconic motorcycle dealership shuts down after 110 years amid chaotic final days as firm battles all this political garbage. We'll put it that way. This is Harley Davidson, San Francisco. Founded in 1914, family owned for 3 generations. It's gone through 2 world wars and a Great Depression. And because of the crime, the economy, and the politics, they're done. It says here, Cliff Chester took over in 2018. At that point, he ran it into the ground pretty much. They had a meeting, no warning. At that meeting, everybody was told that it's over. And so even the bikes that were being repaired at the facility, everybody put down the wrenches. Everybody was told this is it, time to go home. And so people didn't even get their motorcycles repaired. I don't even know if they're put back together. This is how quickly things can happen, that one day you're working, the next you go in, and at 11 a.m. you have a company meeting, and it's pack your bags, pack up your stuff, we're out of here, it's over. That's how quickly these things can happen. And this is really, really sad. And comment down below. This is an iconic U.S. company right here. 3 generations, from 1914, and here we are, 2024. It's done. They're closing shop, and there's a lot of things that are attributed to why they closed. But at the end of the day, it's another 100-year-old company, an iconic U.S. company, closing down. Management, yes, horrible. Crime, horrible. Politics, horrible. Economy, horrible. All of this contributing to another company biting the dust and closing down forever. And it's sad when we're losing companies this old. These are historic, iconic U.S. companies. This is, family owned. It's really, really sad. Here's one that I'm not too sad about. Disney CFO admits lower income consumers are stressed and shaving time off at parks. So Disney stock today down 4.46%. Over the last month, it is down 11.7%. This discretionary spending is dried up. I don't know, what's it cost? Nearly $200 to get into Disneyland now. And again, their politics, I just wish that corporate America, these businesses, the theme parks, the athletic teams, I wish people could just stay out of politics and just stick to what you do, and that's it. Start making good movies. Baseball teams don't need to tell us their political beliefs. They don't need to be spending money against you and I. But they decided to get political. A ticket to go to a baseball game, a ticket to go to Disneyland is absolutely idiotic, absurd. And I'm going to say this again. You and I have better things to do with our time and our money. We should not be giving money to these institutions, entities, corporations, whatever you want to call it. Don't give them your money. You don't need to be taking your family to these places. The athletic teams have pretty much told you where they stand, and yet people still support them. These theme parks told you where they stand, yet people still support them. But because now the economy is so bad, people are forced to cut this stuff out. You should cut it out anyways. There's better places you can go. There's better things you can do with your time and money. Why give these people 1 second of your time or 1 cent of your money? Because they're just going to use it against you. People need to start voting with their wallets. But anyways, so I'm not sorry to see that they're getting hit and hit big, and I hope that they get hit even harder. We're seeing more pain with Airbnb. Today, their stock is down another 13.3%. Year to date, down 16%. I looked at VRBO, their competitor. Year to date, they're down 23.8%. So the average American now can no longer afford to go to a theme park. They're no longer going on these short-term vacations and calling up VRBO or Airbnb and renting out somebody's house. And the owners of these properties are really beginning to feel the pain. Getting back to Disney, this was interesting. If you bought $10,000 of Disney shares in 2014 today, those shares are worth the same amount of money, $10,000. So I think it's going to get even worse for Disney, and I hope it does. But we're going to see more problems with the short-term rental industry, with the theme parks, with sporting events. People just don't have the money. They're broke. So they're not going to be going to movies like they were. They're not going to Disneyland like they used to. They're not renting houses like they used to for the weekend. It is looking like that is over. Nearly half of student loan borrowers are expecting debt forgiveness. Sallie Mae report finds. They expect you, ladies and gentlemen, to pay for this. How do you feel about paying for somebody else's obligation, paying for somebody else's worthless degree? Or maybe it's a doctor or a lawyer who's making money now, making a couple $100,000 a year, and yet you're going to be on the hook for their degree, for their obligation, and they're making money right now. And if you can go to McDonald's and make $20 an hour, or Panda Express and make $24 an hour, why aren't you doing that and paying for your own obligation, paying your own debts? This is absolutely disgusting. Let me know your thoughts on that. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway holds more U.S. Treasury bills than the Federal Reserve. What do you think about that? What does Warren Buffett know? Why are all these big players getting out of the market? Yet when I'm watching the television today, all these economists, all these financial hosts are telling all of us to buy the dip, get in, everything's on sale, buy, buy, buy. They'll have a real estate broker on who's telling you that this is an incredible time to buy a house. Why are all the big fish getting out and they're telling the small fish to get in? Why your job is more at risk if you're working remote. This on the hedge today. Basically, if you're out of sight, you're out of mind, and you will be the first to go. So, as I've said many, many times, do whatever you have to do at this point to not lose your job. And I think one of the best things to do is be there. A lot of people who are working remote, they're going to be the first ones to go. And statistically right now, they are the first ones to go. That's already happening. So I think that it's good to show your face. Again, if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. So I think that that makes a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, there are going to be a lot of people losing their jobs, whether they're remote or they're at the office. A lot of people are going to be losing their jobs. So do whatever you have to do to not lose your job. These are the most dangerous jobs in the U.S. Interesting article on the Hedge today. Number one most dangerous job, logging workers, loggers. 2, roofers. 3, commercial fishing. 4, construction. 5, aircraft pilots. And 6, truck drivers. In fact, 1,000 truck drivers a year die. Very dangerous industry. So it's not a fireman. It's not a police officer. You know, these people who are getting these massive pensions when they retire. No, it's your loggers. It's your roofers. It's your fishermen. It's your construction workers. It's your pilots. And it's your truck drivers. But most of these guys are not going to get a giant pension. But the firemen, the police will, but they're not even in the they're not even the most dangerous jobs. So very, very interesting. Very important to have these guys, and they don't get rewarded probably like they should. Another one, shifting gears here a little bit. And just a few articles just about everything, nothing in order here. Shocking truth of huge male gang seen looting fistful of gold from Denver jewelry store at gunpoint as terrified female staff look on. This is a very disturbing video that I was watching. This, I think, was on the Daily Mail. The footage, again, very violent. 7 males are still being sought after for the heist. They did catch one of the suspect. This is the infamous Venezuelan gang, Tren de Aragua. Largest criminal organization in Venezuela. Now they have a major foothold right here in America. And, you know, they're smashing everything. They're just taking everything. These 2 women run to the back, try to close the door. They stop them from closing the door, kick the door open. They got, you know, weapons. Very, very traumatic. And I'm sure that these people, these workers, these women at this jewelry store probably have PTSD today. But why in the world does this massive criminal organization from Venezuela have a massive foothold now here in America, wreaking havoc across America? Please be careful out there. You don't know who's walking around now here in America. Here's another one. Crime-ridden Oakland rocked by another tragedy. His father is shot between the eyes by a straight bullet that flew into his home as he slept. This was really, really tragic. His name is Ron Hoy Kung, I believe, the father of 2. He returned from his job as a delivery driver and took a nap at his house or at his apartment on August 1st when he was struck. Now this man is fighting for his life. Here's a guy with 2 kids, you know, working hard, comes home to take a break before he goes back out to work. And as he's sleeping, you know, gets shot between the eyes and, you know, fighting for his life now. And even if he does survive, God willing, what type of life is he going to have? Who raises his kids now? This is total BS. And these stories are flooding the news every day. You read them, you see them. Some of you have even experienced this stuff. And this is total BS. Nobody is going to protect you, ladies and gentlemen. You're not even safe now in your own home. You know, all I can say is use situational awareness, be training, be prepared, have skills, because this stuff is coming to a town near you. California parolee allegedly stabs woman working at Walmart to death in random attack. This happened yesterday, Lake Elsinore. About an hour from here. Have friends in Lake Elsinore, have spent time over the years in Lake Elsinore. This parolee was released earlier in the year for robbery, and he just randomly attacks a 65-year-old woman in this Walmart, and she is now deceased, gone, deleted. So mother, wife, daughter, gone. This is just unacceptable. And so now that the state is so broke, they're releasing these demons onto the streets for you and I to deal with. And just a random attack. Just pick this 65-year-old woman out. Maybe he just didn't like the way she looked. I mean, I don't know. Just picked out this woman. Just, unbelievable. And now another tragedy, another family having to deal with this disaster. I just think that that people in this country shouldn't have to be dealing with this stuff. People just want to work, pay their bills, go home, and be safe, and they can't even do that now. And there's nobody protecting the average American out there. You cannot rely on the system. Don't rely on the police. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's protecting you. You're pretty much on your own, ladies and gentlemen. You're on your own financially. You're on your own physically. The system is no doubt collapsing. It is broken. It is not here to protect you. I don't even know what these tax dollars are paying for anymore. Really, I mean, I guess it's paying for F-16s. It's paying for missiles. It's paying for bombs. It's paying for $5,000 debit cards. People should be absolutely furious with what is going on. People are paying more and more, getting less and less, and now they are victims of these crimes that are literally being allowed to happen because nobody is protecting the American people. It is a really sad state of affairs here in the United States of America, and this is going to get absolutely out of control if something isn't done very, very soon. And as the economy continues to crumble, society will crumble also. You're going to see more of these maniacs out there taking advantage of the crumbling, broken system. And why you would just go and attack a 65-year-old woman, I have no idea. You're a very evil person. You got to be able to defend yourself, ladies and gentlemen, and you better take what is happening financially, economically, fiscally, what is happening in this country right now. We just passed $35 trillion of debt. Social Security is broke. They're going to be robbing pensions. They're already doing it. People think that they're going to ride off into the sunset because they have a 401k. That is the biggest joke I have ever seen. Most people are going to work till the day they die. And this is sad, but you're being robbed. You're being looted. You're not going to have anything. You will have nothing. So wake up, prepare. This is why I say you've got to be your own personal bank. You need to be putting hard tangible assets away because your pension may not be there. Social Security is not going to be there. Your 401k, even if it is there, it'll be destroyed by inflation. So be cautious. This is why we all must be paying attention every day to what is going on. You can call it doom and gloom. I could give two bits about what you want to call it. This is reality. People are getting hurt right now. People are losing everything. People are losing their lives now because the system is breaking. Nobody is going to protect you financially. Nobody's going to protect you physically. So you need to wake up. You need to take action. Comment down below on any of this. Again, markets across the board down again today. Big volatility, big swing. What's going on behind the scenes? I don't think things are going to get much better. Yeah, they can come in, they can print more money, they can slash rates, but this is going to cause an even bigger problem. It's the only thing they know how to do, and that's exactly what got us into this situation. Prepare for more inflation, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare for tough times. They're knocking at the door now. God bless. Be safe. Comment down below. Talk to all of you soon.